Farina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
Ajá, ¿y qué es lo que estaba a punto de decirle? Perfecto, no pensé que este acto también se representaría en el mundo interno de Farina, pero por fin podré saber qué es lo que me iba a contar.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you?
Ajá.
If that's the case...
Ella no cubre, por eso estaba a punto de decirle prácticamente todo.
She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected,
el traje negro y ya sin dos coletas, ese es el pensamiento de Farina. Vale, ahora comprendo por qué el personaje cuando lo puedes controlar tenía esos dos vistas. O sea, no era nada más tema de estética.
No, Farina, you shouldn't be selfish.
Son diferentes personalidades, son las diferentes personas que están dentro del grupo.
But what if it's really all right? Farina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard. No, I have nothing to say. I am Farina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Hasta el final. Bastante determinada. De todos modos, Iba tenía que hacer el juicio.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the
Pero y
heavenly
tardas.
principles,
Seguimos con todo el drama de Farina y se nos vuelve a olvidar que el pelirrojo anda ahí perdido en el mar.
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter
Ya está
even
harto de
once in
cantar la
these 5
sirenita.
centuries,
Bajo del
Fontaine would
mar.
have been doomed to the most tragic fate.
Pobrecito.
It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
Cree en la humanidad.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness, and Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
And then I became one with the oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, not only will the oratories take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
O sea, sí estaba...
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Farina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the oratories. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries,
500
could have
años.
sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the oratories. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon.
Y se queda otra región sin arconte, en comillas, tomando en cuenta que Mondstadt, según también, you know,
The destruction of that
porque les deja la
divine
libertad.
throne.
Pues,
If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this
entonces
planet.
Nubilet termina siendo el nuevo arconte.
But...
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Ay, Nubilet, es que es un algodón de azúcar, pobrecito. O sea, es suavecito, el pobrecito.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry.
Ay, no.
I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime?
Yeah, indeed. La verdad que sí, qué cosas no ha hecho ya la Orden Celestial de tantos. No sé. Yo soy a Jesus Christ. Ah, no, espérate, esta es otra cosa. ¿Qué fue ese tutru? ¿Qué fue ese tutru? Ah, Daniel 997, muchas gracias por el follow. Bienvenido a la comunidad. No, justo en la parte que chequé. Perfecto.
Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you?
Buen punto.
Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on, that should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too.
Huh.
At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they
Y
feel.
la verdad es el deber ser, más sabiendo de que ahora, o sea, de que esa, la arconte que se tenía en ese momento en realidad era humana y los comprendía a todos en conjunto, era como, pues espérate, si un dios usualmente no debería de pensar y tener esa empatía con los humanos, ¿sabes? Y Nubilet, siendo obviamente un dragón elemental, estaba tratando de comprender a los humanos porque pues él no es humano, es el que le queda más el papel de arconte. Y desde el inicio lo hemos dicho, tenía más pinta que Nubilet fuera el arconte. Y al final sí va a terminar siendo el arconte.
Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
Miedo a morir.
Farewell, Nervillet. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Una bailada entre las dos. Pero Furina seguirá viva. Oh no. Bueno, ahí se ve que se cayó el sombrero. Furina está muerto también. Es que sí, desde que se reveló todos estamos de acuerdo con que él tenía más cara de arconte. Urine, gracias por todo lo que has hecho. A partir de ahora vive feliz como humana. ¡Sigue viva! Tal y como siempre deseé. Pobrecito.
Iudex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Y luego cuando ves cómo se comporta aún más al fin un arconte que se preocupa por su gente y no es ausente. El verdadero arconte se levanta. Exacto. Nuvelet es el arconte. O sea, es que teóricamente hablando no es el arconte, es el dragón elemental que recuperó todo su poder. Porque los arcontes le robaron una parte del poder a todos los dragones elementales y por eso son arcontes.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Yo siempre supe, la gente me llamaba loco.
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
O sea, sí, pero antes él no era el arconte.
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the
¿Sabes qué
ability
es lo
to
peor?
separate the power
De que,
of the
aparte de que no
primordial
pude
sea
conseguir
from
un
that
Nuvelet,
creature.
que tengo su arma. Tengo su arma legendaria. Y no pude conseguir un Nuvelet.
We should seize the opportunity to pursue our
Y ya
quarry.
busqué si es que hay otro personaje que puede usar su arma. Nadie lo puede usar más que Nuvelet. ¡Ah! Y podemos salvar a tantas en el proceso. Si todo el mundo se le olvida al pobre de Tartaglia. O sea, pobrecito. Que has obtenido el poder suficiente.
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
¿Yo?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal. Come with me, traveler. The hour of execution has come.
Póngale su arma mona para que... Entonces investigué y solo dice de que Nuvelet es el único que la puede utilizar. Pero vamos a ver si Mona la puede utilizar por segunda vez. Ve nomás. Bestia. El diseño está impresionante,
We're going to execute it?
¡Ya, no te
But how
pase!
are we going to do that? It's huge!
I have already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the rain. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon. We shall look for an opening together.
¿Le doy? No le puedo dar. Así le puedo dar. What?
I can feel its sorrow
¿Qué acaba de
and
pasar?
hostility.
A ver, otra vez. No te me mueras. Déjame curarle. Déjame curarlo. Vale.
Illusion shattered!
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Creo que este queda bien, pero tiene que ser un... ¿Dónde está?
Why is there a hole-looking thingy over there? It looks really scary!
No, my soul!
I have granted you Root from within.
Torn to oblivion! Shine down! Foreign! Witness the power!
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! Useless!
Vamos a pegarle a esa mojarra. Yo con mi equipo para subir esto. ¿Ahora qué se hizo? Excuse me, who the fuck are you? ¡El Tartas! ¡No! ¡Otra vez!
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but... oh well.
Responsabilidad suya.
It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
Wait, hold on, ¿qué? Esta es la maestra de Nobile. Soy un chiste para ustedes, ya sé. Y la mascota de su maestro. ¿Qué?
Oh, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
¿Tú aprendís? ¿La mascota de tu maestro?
That power. Who are you exactly?
Hyman has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak.
Ouch!
But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
¿Quién tendría ese monstruo como mascota? ¿Qué tipo de persona tendría el mar de bola estrella como
I have to
mascota?
agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks.
Su bonito aspecto.
All in all, it fails as a pet.
Paimon se va a acordar de todos estos insultos cuando se vuelva el boss final de Celeste.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being...
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
O sea, el maestro o la maestra de Nobile, ¿quién es?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Surtalogi.
¿Surta qué? ¿Surtalogi?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
Caballero Protero.
The Fowl?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir, then? Or Gold Rhine-daughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard! Rhine-daughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Wait, hold on, ¿qué?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either.
Me estás diciendo que las brujas son unos seres más poderosos que los mismísimos arcontes.
But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhine-daughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you.
Esto es mucha información para mí procesar. No, todavía no estoy comprendiendo tanto.
That the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
¡Fuck!
What?
No es nada de lo que haya que sorprenderse, Paimon. Desde hace tiempo sabemos y aceptamos que era evidente que la profecía se cumpliría. ¿De que se podían ser más poderosos que lo de antes? Lo dijeron en un evento de manzana dorada. No me suena.
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Farina will remain, weeping on her throne.
Pero el agua es normal.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Ah, no, sí sé. ¿Qué? Ah.
Hey! Help! Over here!
Decían que podía ser más poderoso que los arcontes porque ellas eran las únicas que saben del cielo falso de Tebat. Pero eso explicaría entonces de que ellas tienen más tiempo viviendo que los mismísimos arcontes. El barco. ¡Ah, que flota! Ah, pues eso no sabía. Si es un barco, usualmente navega, no flota. Pero bueno. Eso sí no recuerdo, pero de que tienen conocimiento como para poder hacerle frente a los arcontes, sí.
Look! The water's receding!
El plan era nada más que se inundara
It's a
y
miracle!
volviera a bajar.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong! The prophecy was wrong!
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
Y Niblet bajando así como Dios. Sí, señores, y no es cierto. Sí, hijos míos, no es cierto. No. Pero entonces sí, en efecto, ya sé, podríamos decir de que proclamado Fontaine que no tiene arconte, podríamos decirlo así.